Hey there, I'm Glenn the Geeky Hippie.
I'm Jim Father.
I'm Bill, also known as Matt Stagger, and welcome to What the Adaptation, where we look at things that were presented in one realm and have been transferred to another realm. And how well did they do that transfer? We're covering Murderbot, and tonight, the final episode of season 1. And we are getting a season 2. That is something to
Yes.
celebrate. We are very,
Whoop,
very
whoop,
excited about that. This
Yes, and
episode.
hello, Wakon.
Hello, Wakan.
Hello,
This
Watson.
episode was entitled The Perimeter. It was directed by Roseanne Liang and Paul Weitz. I think this is his first directorial credit this season. Written by Martha Wells, Chris Weitz, and Paul Weitz.
It's a good lineup of
Would have been
writers.
shocking to not get a second season.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
I was still.
I mean, if
I
it's
have
on Netflix, we might have understood because who knows how they make decisions. But this deserved.
Don't they flip a coin, or is that Fox that flips a coin?
That's Amazon, because after Wheel of Time, I'm feeling a little raw still, so I'm really happy to get season 2.
I think Netflix gets together. Okay, we got 5 things up for renewal. They're all good. We're going to pick 3 today. And that's how they make the decisions.
Get the dartboard.
Yeah,
this
I was really surprised if it hadn't been renewed. And this episode, like I told Jim when he hopped backstage, I hate it, but I love it. That's the Glenn Buey in me, not liking changes too much, especially changes that don't at first make sense. But I think they needed to put us through everything they did in this episode because they didn't have enough material. If they stuck to just the book, it would have been over in 5 minutes.
I thought the changes,
and I'm not complaining so much about that,
really leaned into fulfilling elements they'd added
in
this season. You know, it was just playing, especially with Garothan. They're just playing through things they had built in that were a little beyond the book, but still true to the essence of the show, essence to the books. So the things they added, that they changed, nothing had me going, what the frick are they doing? Nothing like that. It was like, oh, okay, that works. That's fine. I still felt very good when the episode was over.
Yeah, same. I don't think any of the changes that they made were bad in any way. I think it enhanced the sort of individuality of Murderbot. So for me, it was really good.
Yeah. In fact, there were times with Garothan that I really didn't like him.
Throughout the season.
And that's the way he's designed and built. And this was the episode of, aww.
Well, yeah, same. I didn't like Garothan several times throughout this entire series, and then he's the one who broke me. I mean, that final line of "you need to check the perimeter" with tears running down his face broke me. I was sobbing, just crying.
I went through some tissues.
What a loaded line. I need to check the perimeter. I need to check the perimeter. Yes.
Like the whole last 5 minutes or so just was like, ouch, emotionally. I think why I had such a visceral and literally a gut reaction is because I didn't expect to be kind of put through the ringer a little bit. You know, I expected this episode to do one thing, and instead we get all this tension that I wasn't ready for and expecting. And I don't always like too much tension. You know, I like tension, but I don't like feeling it in my gut. And I kind of felt this one in my gut for like part of this episode. And I'm like, but I do think that there's still one possible problem that this episode gave us. And I don't know that he hacked the new governor module. He's got a new governor module that we don't see him hack.
The governor module is software. It's not hardware. Okay. So when Garothan uploads the past save I believe
The hack is already.
everything went and hacked right in. And if
Okay.
it wasn't an automatic hack, it was his knowledge and ability to hack instantly came in. I think we're good.
Okay. All right. So you think it overrode. All right.
I think the code he used to do the hack was in what Garathan downloaded. So that code immediately went to the governor module when he uploaded MurderBot.
Yep. Yep. I loved this bit with Garathan uploading him and all the stuff, and you see the tension it's taking for him to put all this code in his head. And I'm like, half of that is Sanctuary Moon.
Well, I love his first thing was episodes 5 through 8 of
Yes!
season 319 are missing.
I
am
missed
not
the
happy.
whole season, guys.
420 through
That
568.
was great.
Whatever.
The number 420 stood out to me,
Oh, of
obviously.
course it did.
Shocking.
You know, yeah, shocking.
I'm sure
It's
that's
not like they
an
didn't pick
accident.
that number. Yeah,
Some
I don't think.
joke right there. Yes.
Yes, I mean, you will watch, and 420 comes up an awful lot in television that doesn't even hint at being lead
Oh
friendly.
my
but
goodness.
I gotta say, Noman Garden has a good point. It was good to see Penn Lee be more assertive,
Yeah.
like she is in the
You're
book.
gonna sue your butt and take everything. Yeah.
Right.
It's like,
But,
yes,
I
that
mean, this
NDA
is-
won't stand up to the extraordinary circumstances that you put us through.
This is the truism for tonight.
Oh yeah, 100%.
David Desmalchin, I mean,
I was hoping you'd pick that
hands
one up. Yeah.
hands down, I think this was his episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just so happy to get to see him have such an excellent episode to work with.
But
to see the character be made a hero twice.
I mean,
He played the hero twice, and I just love that.
one of the things that was a definite change from the books was that they actually had possession of Murderbot and were going. I mean, they did. They wiped his memory. That doesn't happen in the books. You know,
Right.
they don't get that far. So that's a choice to add tension and ooh for TV. But it all worked out in the end, and it gave Garathan a moment to be the hero, and I had no issue with any of that. That was fine.
I love the part where, you know, he's supposed to attack the civilians, and he begins to flash back to something that is supposedly erased, which means this is not in his code. This is in his neural squishy tissue.
Oh wow, you're right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's in his actual
8
memories,
seconds.
not his memory banks.
that moment where Rathy has Murderbot's fist right at his head, and he's like,
Right?
Oh
Crap.
shit! Yeah,
Oh.
"I just peed myself."
Yeah, it is.
I would have.
Probably.
I just peed a little. Just a little.
Just a little. Oh. But yeah,
Well,
and they build it up
you've
to
gotta
that
remember-
moment where it's just before the acid bath, just like Shat says, and save him right at the edge. I mean, that's very Hollywood. That's what you do on television. And it
Yeah.
was never that close
That
in
worked.
the books, but it doesn't matter. It's the same
Well,
sentiment. That's
here's the
what
thing.
would have happened to him, and they saved him.
They didn't wipe his memory right before the acid bath. They wiped his memory before they sent him out to do crowd control.
True.
The fact that he failed at
No.
crowd control is why they wanted to acid bath him.
Okay,
So
I
there
turned
was
to my wife during that
space.
scene, and I said, "Okay, he just hiccuped during the crowd control. He's the one
Yeah.
that didn't kill people, so they riot and crush him. People are idiots." That's what I
Yes.
said. I'm like,
Well, we sort of
Yes.
established that in episode 1.
all the others are doing their thing, but the one who doesn't hurt them, that's who they attack. Oh, come on. Yeah.
Well, they
People
said
are
this
idiots.
one's defective, and the fact that they called it this, you know, and they don't even see
Well,
Good
they see it
catch.
as an object. So.
Especially when you consider what they were chanting. We are not slaves. And that what they end up beating up essentially is. You know, and
Except
it's
he's not
I
killing them
think
because
that's
he's not.
but I just think it's the corporation is got
Yeah.
slaves trying to corral slaves and then the slaves are fighting back, trying to kill the other slave, and it's just, and the real culprits are sitting there in their business suits. Was that what we get? Business suits in the future?
I guess.
I appreciate your mention of that, though, that it reminds me of the fact we got a lot of nice themes, some deeper themes that are part of this episode, and we're going to go way deeper as we move into this series. The Murderbot Diaries got major Boku, Hugos and awards because it's not just entertaining. There's some quality material that's covered here, and we've only scratched the surface with season 1.
Oh yeah, no, it gets really good.
Right?
From like book 2 is it's hard to believe, but it is a huge step up. You wouldn't think it's possible, but it is a awesome step up. So I can't wait to see this brought to television.
Very exciting to see where this is going. Yeah.
And how they handle one in particular character is going to be sort of, make or break for me, and be like, come on, you got to do this right.
Same feelings about how they handle Murderbot initially, and they did brilliantly with this character, and how they handled the internal monologue versus the external. So I have a lot of confidence in the team producing this show right now.
Oh, I do too. Yeah. I was not sold on Alexander Skarsgård. I'll be 100% honest. He's not how I pictured Murderbot in my head when I read the books.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen him in several different things, including True Blood. So I know he has range, but I wasn't sure if he could pull off the deadpan sort of dry wit that Murderbot has, but he killed it. So
so good.
I'm just going to shut up and let them handle their business. I'm assuming they know what they're doing at this point.
Yeah. I've seen him in other things. Nothing better than this.
Exactly, Nolan Garden. That's my point.
Yes, Nolan got it.
Yes.
We all want that.
I want to know.
British accent. I'm calling it. British accent.
Which kind of British accent?
Not Cockney.
Not Cockney.
Posh? RP?
We need a little of Benedict Cumberbatch. That's the vibe. That's the voice.
Okay.
That's what I need.
I'd like a little.
That could actually work.
It's
weird.
We could
just get Benedict Cumberbatch if he's just kicking around. That's fine.
I know. I mean, it's not like he's not done voiceover before.
No, he totally has many times.
Oh,
I'm thinking like Tom Hiddleston.
That would work too. I love me some Tom Hiddleston.
And he's got that acerbic, dry wit that would just crack really well on voice. So I would love
the guy from Shaun of the Dead. What's his name? Scotty.
Simon Pegg.
Yeah, not him. That's the wrong.
Mark Frost.
Not worry. Too comical.
Mark Frost.
Shaun of the Dead, by the way, one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's a great movie.
Cracks me up.
People think I don't like comedy, but I do love that movie. I've been getting a lot of being messed with a lot lately for not being a comedy fan, apparently. And I'm like, but I like this. Just because I don't like that doesn't mean,
I love the blend of horror and comedy. So Shaun of the Dead,
Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods. Oh my God, that's one of the greatest movies I've seen in the last 20 years. But Murderbot.
There's another one. What am I forgetting now? Oh goodness. Oh, the hillbillies that are
something in Tucker versus Evil.
Yes. Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Tucker and Dale.
I own it. Yes. It's brilliant. That mashup
that is straight up
comedy
comedy.
And genre and horror just works.
Have you seen Freaky?
No.
Oh, you got to check Freaky. Yeah, it's got Vince Vaughn as a serial killer.
Vince Vaughn. Okay.
And he switches places or bodies with a young girl in high school.
No. You're describing it. I have seen that now that you say it.
It's awesome.
Oh, that was also a little dark. But
it is. But it's funny. It's dark and funny.
Yeah. Arachnophobia. Eight-Legged Freaks. These are such good movies. But we're here to talk
Eight-Legged
about
Freaks I
Murderbot.
could handle. Arachnophobia scared the freaking piss out of me.
Oh, but it was so good.
I watched Arachnophobia once. I can't watch it again.
Really?
Me
I have
either.
actual arachnophobia, so for me, it's a
Same.
literally skin crawling movie.
Today in my office here, I had literally a spider as big, like it was just shy of
Kill it with fire.
It was bad.
Kill it with fire.
I killed it, and I feel very proud.
Yeah, I don't do with spiders well. I remember sitting on the floor in the living room, nothing around me. I was like making sure nothing could come, no spiders could come crawling up. Everybody else was sitting in chairs, sitting there cross-legged, and all of a sudden I felt something tickle the hair on the back of my neck.
Ugh.
And I jumped a foot in the air, sitting cross-legged, on my butt cross-legged, and I went a foot in the air. I don't know how I managed to do that, but yeah, my dad had reached forward and tickled the hair on the back of my neck, thinking it was funny. While watching a movie, I love spiders. No, thank you. I hated that movie.
So
it scared the piss out of
I had
me.
a friend, Eric Hahn, friend of the channel, author of middle grade fantasy fiction. He has 31 tarantulas. It's his thing. They're pets. They crawl on him.
I get it, but no.
Ah!
That's great for him. Keep that away from me. That's my thing. I'm happy for you if that's your thing. Keep that shit away from me.
So he's a
So I have to test the theory. How are you with snakes?
He's got like 10 of them in his office. And you'd think that would terrify the kids. Oh, I don't want to get in trouble, get sent to the principal. No, they love his tarantulas.
Oh, wow. How are you with snakes, Bill?
I'm fine with snakes. I live in Florida. You've learned to deal with snakes.
Apparently, people are either afraid of snakes or afraid of spiders, rarely both. And I haven't encountered anybody afraid of both yet. I heard that, and I've been testing that. So,
except my wife does not. I mean, if I had a snake, it would live here, and I wouldn't apparently. But she will kill a spider without blinking. So you might be onto something. She's not afraid of spiders like that.
I think it was Reverse PLT who told me that a while back that he noticed that, and I'm like, I've been testing that.
Snakes are tasty, he says, and it's true. I've had those. Snakes taste.
I've had rattlesnake. It is pretty good.
Joke about it, but it's true. Yeah,
dude, you are sick and twisted and disturbing, and
Eric would agree with you. They are just very intelligent and pleasant, and
proudly.
No, they crush nicely under my foot.
They make a pretty sound when they pop.
Mm.
And then their baby spiders come running out. I've had that happen. I've had that happen.
That's the worst is baby spiders. Because there can be anywhere, and there can be so many of them. And
the worst is that thought of what happens when you're sleeping, and the bugs can go wherever they want, and you won't know.
Thanks, Jim. You can rock me to sleep tonight.
We'll all sleep better because of me tonight. Sure.
Yeah, they say you eat like 8 spiders a year in your sleep. So
okay, that's not helping Bill.
That's a myth.
But so what is it? So we were talking about the themes of Murderbot that we did get so far. We've mentioned, the whole thing with agency or slavery, which has been a theme the whole time.
Right.
We didn't get as much with the neurodivergence this episode. Just a reference to the fact that he's looking me in the eye.
Right. Early on, it wasn't him.
That it.
Right.
So we know it wasn't him. Right.
Yeah.
What other themes would you say came up with this?
They didn't introduce a lot of new themes here, really. This was payoff for things they'd done earlier in the season. Bill, you see anything different?
No, I mean, honestly, it really was. The whole thing with Garathan felt like, it was set up from the episode where he reveals how he came to be in preservation. So,
we got
it's a payoff of that.
Here of him going to a former drug dealer and saying, you will hook me up with what I really need now. Screw the drugs. I need access. Yeah, that was cool.
I'd say it's a bit of payback going on. I mean, he definitely wanted to fuck with the corporation, like he said, like he even said. But, in a way, because it's probably going to still come down on the guy who helped him, at some point here, and that's paying that guy back for getting him addicted to the drugs that the corporation had him get him addicted to.
It was a little bit
Because
of
that's the guy who did it.
testimony for how people do change with time, though, because that guy's not a drug dealer anymore. He's
Right.
also moved on. He's got a family now. He's trying to do something different with his life. Yeah.
And he did look like he felt bad, but I'm not condemning him. I'm also not forgiving him yet. I think that's up to Garathan to forgive him for what he did to Garathan.
Who was not forgiving. He's like, yeah,
Right.
you thought I could handle the drugs that were specifically designed to screw with a person like me. Yeah, sure.
I love the fact that when Garathan came back to the room and he was obviously dealing with something,
Little altered.
Mensa's first thought was, "Oh my God, did you relapse?" Because he
Right.
did look like he was
Yep.
either high or drunk or absolutely jonesing for one or the other.
I'm loaded on MurderBot. He didn't say that, but that's
Right.
what's going on. Yes. Oh, it was good for both of them. Yeah.
I think it was, and I think we'll see payoffs of that next season.
Although, if they follow the books, we won't see many of these people next season.
Oh no! I mean within Murderbot's personality. I think
Okay.
we may see a little Papa Garathan here and there, and be like, "That's a little weird."
And it could, because their minds kind of did the meld thing for a little while. It's possible.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Garathan was so much more receptive towards Murderbot at the end. He sort of got an idea of what it was like to be Murderbot.
Yeah, and that is the big thing we carry into season 2. Murderbot has a different perspective on what people can be. Before, people were idiots. That's what we got at the beginning of the season. People are idiots. And he's supposed to guard idiots who do stupid things. And now he knows people can be different. They can be meaningful. It's changed Murderbot already, and we'll see that play out in season 2.
Yeah, I love the fact that he called Mensa his favorite human.
Yes.
The fact that he has a favorite human shows such growth from episode 1 Murderbot.
Right?
So I really enjoyed that. This whole episode, like I said, was very emotional.
Now, we did not get any Sanctuary Moon this season. I mean, this episode. Sorry.
Correct. That's
2
episodes in a row.
Did wrong.
That's 2 episodes in a row with no Sanctuary Moon.
Oh man, that's just brutal. Just because we love our guilty pleasures. It's a Sanctuary Moon.
I think these 2 episodes tried to go, remain a bit more on the serious tone. And, it has enough comedic elements to lighten it without having to add the over-the-top Sanctuary Moon in these 2 particular episodes. So I'm fine with it missing in this episode and episode 9.
That's fine.
I don't think they were as needed. Killjoy.
But we will get more in the future. I have no doubt.
What made the navigation bot kill the captain? I need to know, damn it.
Right? I don't know why. I think it was a setup.
Again, we're not talking about books in the future, but I look forward to the opportunity for more TV shows to be on display as part of Murderbot.
Yes.
Think we'll get a new show each season? He'll sort of find a new
that would be
obsession.
Great. They have so much opportunity to just have fun. And there's actors clearly clamoring for, can I be on that? Because the people they brought in for Sanctuary Moon are like, are you kidding me? You guys are top-notch people.
Clark Gregg?
Yeah.
Clark Gregg was like, wow. He did that just because it looked fun, I'm sure. It was like half the reason he said yes.
Well, I'm sure Apple paid him a big check too, but
yes, there's that.
It was like fun, yeah.
Because I do know Clark Gregg is one of us. He's a nerd. Outside of just playing the parts, he is a nerd in real life too. So
the best actors in sci-fi and fantasy are the ones that are true nerds, because they have a passion for what they're doing. That's why I'm so devastated that Henry Cavill has left The Witcher. Because he is such a nerd for The Witcher. You were getting the real character. And I don't know what we're going to get in this next season. But
Yeah,
I
I
have,
don't know either.
I
I'm
have
like,
good hope. I have hopes.
I'll give it a shot. And we'll see how I feel, but at the same time, it's going to be
Yeah.
really hard.
I will have to probably, because I need to do content on it. But hopefully I'll like it then.
I think you will. I see. I rarely ever think a role has to be locked with one person. I'm all for recasting when recasting is needed. You know, if an actor's not available for some reason for your next season, um, try not to change the story to fit somebody's career. You change the story to fit the needs of the story, not, actor X has got a job doing this here and then can't do your show now. No, recast their ass.
I'm with you, in most cases. It's just sometimes someone who's just so perfectly fills the person that it's really hard to recast.
Yeah. And I understand what you're saying. I really like Henry Cavill myself. I'm still really looking forward to giving Hemsworth a shot. I know Hemsworth's not a bad actor. Everything that I've seen about him and from him is he's a good actor. I don't think he looks that wrong for the part. The pictures that I've seen of him.
I've seen the production shots, and it could work.
Yeah,
the voice is either going to make or break it for me.
Well, Henry's voice isn't the voice for Geralt. My Geralt of Rivia voice in my head is Peter Kenny as Geralt in the audiobooks. That's my headcanon voice for Geralt anyways.
I listened to the audiobooks, but Henry Cavill's voice is the one that took over.
Yeah.
I have to admit. That's the voice I hear now. I've played some of the video game. I listened to the audiobooks, and Henry Cavill, his voice is The Witcher.
It's understandable. That's very understandable. But I'm not saying you're wrong. It's not how I am. Hey, Reverse, welcome, my friend.
Glad to have him here.
Hey, y'all. My Apple was being a jerk, so I couldn't watch the finales like I planned. So I'm going to be a little pretty silent and got us muted. All right, I understand. Love you anyways, man. Thanks for being here. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for being here. It's always appreciated.
Definitely our definitive take on this last episode was, it was still an excellent episode, a great wrap-up for the season, and a wonderful launch for what we hope to see in Season 2.
Yes.
Yeah, and you had a good need to say other than nitpick, but that was it.
You had a good point about ending at the appropriate place.
Yes. Because I was a little worried going into this that they were going to go too far. They're going to do too much. No, they just did it just.
My only nitpick would be maybe the way he signed off there at the end didn't make it clear. It was like in the book, it's clear that what he's saying is a message to Dr. Mensa. Because he says to you, Dr. Mensa, and then he says Murderbot signing off. Here we just Murderbot signing off, So I don't know. I felt that had a little bit of an emotional impact in the book. The fact that everything he was saying, we find out at the very end, he's talking to Dr. Mensa.
It was a little unclear, but then you see her reaction as she's looking out into space, and she's heard what he just said.
It could have been a comm wave, He literally just sent a voice message. She could have been listening to it.
I forgot about that economy system that they could have been done with. Yeah.
I appreciated in this episode how all the other peripheral actors who are in my background all did a nice job. All reacting to Murderbot's not Murderbot anymore, and and then the highs and lows of can we get him back, and so they all did a really nice job. Again, such good acting, and most of these actors I've never seen before. This is my first experience with them, and I'm like, They're rocking it.
You've seen Arata. Other than Arata, you've seen Arata. She was on The Expanse. She was she was one of the Martian
Really?
Navy personnel in season 2 on the ship that picked them up, or season 1 or whatever it was when they got picked up by the Donager, I think.
Okay.
She was one of the gunner type people. She was sitting there in the bridge, Splash 1, when they blew up one of the attacking ships.
Okay. I
And then I
now.
believe
I'm
she's
like,
the weapons
really?
officer who helped turn the key to blow up the Donager with her captain.
Oh man.
I believe that's the part she was in The Expanse, but I do know she was in The Expanse.
I'm looking it up.
Tatiana Jones.
Those things are always, fascinating and curious.
Yes. The crew on the show did stop being nearly as goofy and idiotic sometimes. But yeah, very good point, no?
You know what?
What you find in there, Jim?
She was in the 100. That's where I know her from.
That too.
Oh, there she is in the 100. Yeah. She was also.
That's where I know her from.
series
I knew
flop-
her from something, but I couldn't place it. And then
Huh.
I finally checked, and I'm like, yeah, okay, she was in the 100.
She's actually done a lot of things. Many of them that I've seen.
2 episodes of The Expanse in 2015, or at least that's when it's listed as.
She was in the remake
Weapons
of
officer.
RoboCop. Wow. That was a bad
Wasn't
movie.
it?
Oof. Yeah, just oof.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'd buy that for $1.
But yeah, Weapons.
Which do you think was the worst remake, RoboCop or Total Recall?
RoboCop.
RoboCop, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Total Recall was watchable.
It was not that bad, really.
It was not as cheesy as Arnold,
Right.
which is why we love the Total Recall of our childhood.
Yep.
Have you seen the trailer for The Running Man?
Yes.
No, not yet. I haven't.
It looks like they're sticking closer to the books. So
the other
the
movie
book.
I'm excited
Singular.
about is The Long Walk.
Yes.
That is going to be spectacular.
I'll be seeing that in the theaters because that was one of my favorite.
Richard Bachman, who's actually Stephen King.
Yeah.
To give you an idea how out of touch I am with what's out there in the movies, I still haven't even seen the trailer for the Superman movie. That's out already.
That's out now. Yeah, I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
People get on me now.
I don't even know who's playing Superman.
It shows up on streaming and I watch it. I don't like going to a theater anymore because there's always someone around me who who irritates the heck out of me. They're talking, they're looking at their phone, they're obnoxious. And I'm like, no,
for me,
it comes home and I can go to the bathroom easier with pause. My popcorn and nachos are cheaper, and I have great surround sound. So I'm like, nah.
And I can have subtitles without having to get a little machine to set on my lap and look at the screen, and then the machine look, back and forth. It's all, at home I have subtitles because I don't watch without subtitles.
Okay.
Well, I think Dune 2 was the last movie I saw in theaters. So
I have not seen a movie in theaters since before COVID.
Same here, Bill.
Haven't bothered. And when I watched Dune and Dune 2, I have a subwoofer that my son helped me pick up back in the day that rattles everything on the walls. So those sandworms, things were shaking like crazy, and I'm just laughing.
Oh, man.
My wife's like, what did you do? This thing.
You should try the video game. Getting eaten by a sandworm is fun.
Holy crap. Harry Potter 5?
That's what I'm saying. No, wow.
Oh my goodness. I'm not that bad. Nope.
No, the last one I saw was Dune Part 2. Before that, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you before that, the last movie. I mean, Star Wars movies, Star Trek movies, Lord of the Rings movies. Those were things. Harry Potter movies. Those were things I went to theaters for. I don't know.
It was probably Episode 9. Star Wars Episode 9. Wasn't that like 2019? Wasn't that like the year before, or was it 2 years before
Maybe that
COVID?
might be the last one I saw in theater then. That
Yeah.
might be it.
So it's been a long time for me. I went to a movie theater during COVID for a film festival that a friend of mine had a film in. And there was like maybe 30 people in this entire theater, everybody sitting like 10, 15 feet away from each other with masks on, watching these shorts. But after that, I didn't go to the theater until June Part 2.
There are certain Stephen King properties that if they're in the theaters, I will go see, irregardless. I'll find a time, usually
Regardless.
first showing. Yeah, regardless, not irregardless.
Sorry.
Good point.
Actually, the last
Regardless.
movie I can remember now. The last movie I saw in theaters, I don't remember the name of it. I have to look it up here, but it was a Nick Cage movie, Dream Scenario. That was it. So it was after COVID, 2023. It was not a good movie, but I was visiting Zach down in Texas. So he and his partner, they'd chosen it, and we went and saw it. Yeah.
What was it called?
Dream Scenario. And it's
Don't know
just
that
not
one.
that good.
I don't know that one either.
Nick Cage is like that. He's like got great movies and he's got bad movies. And this was not the great movie. National Treasure, The Rock. He's got good movies. This was not it. Face Off, one of my favorites. But no. Dream Scenario, don't bother.
Face Off was a good flick. I enjoyed that. All right, anything else we got on Murderbot tonight? I mean, because there's nothing we can say.
We've
No,
talked
there
about
isn't.
so many other things already. It's hilarious.
I mean, who we all agreed David Desmalchin for acting on this one,
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
Yep.
I mean, Skarsgård comes in close, but doesn't quite make it.
Just not over the other one, but he was still good. It was solid performance.
And this is top notch, production quality. I'm not disappointed.
Sound, special effects, everything.
Makeup, everything looks great. I mean, there was a little bit of weird wobbliness on his hip when he was walking over to get in that. I noticed the first time I watched, but I mean, that was just, I think the body piece that the actor was wearing.
Over to the acid vat, I'm like, he has no penis, and it looks normal. That's what I saw. It's like, that's good effects. He's wearing some sort of bodysuit, or they CGI'd it or something, but it looked fine.
And I think that's what I saw looked a little weird. A couple of steps he took on the one hip, But I'd have to go back and actually play it and look at it and show it. But I didn't rewind to recatch it. I just spotted it.
I think it was the prosthetic because I noticed it too, and it did seem to. It just wasn't moving quite as naturally as a human hip would, so it stood out. It stood out. I can't talk tonight. It stood out a little bit.
For the record, it didn't.
Glad it wasn't just me.
Didn't have a male part. That doesn't look fine. That's disturbing. But anyway,
it
looks like
fits
a Ken
for
doll.
Murderbot. It's okay for Murderbot.
There's a reason he wants to murder people.
Oh, and let's talk about the journalists. I mean, they were clearly, right off the bat, on the spot editorialization instead of reporting the story, they're editorializing the story on the spot. Because it's so vicious, rogue. The rogue sec units viciously assassinated, their clients.
It's called spin.
So reporters haven't changed, is what you're saying?
Nope, not at all.
I say that they're a little worse on here than they're not quite that bad in reality.
I disagree.
I'm not so sure. I'm reading a series right now by Mira Grant, the News Flesh series. It's a zombie apocalypse series that's set 20 years after the zombie apocalypse. So it's basically what happens if we survive the zombie apocalypse. It's great, but the premise is basically around the news, the press, They suck because they follow the party line. And yes, that's where we live these days. We have no true press anymore. We have the ones who want the liberals ratings, and we have the ones who want the conservatives ratings, and no one's giving us the truth.
Right.
100% agree with you on that. I mean, I'll confess, when I first went to college, I was a journalism major. I burned out on that career, working on the newspaper staff and watching what was going on in the way what they call journalistic ethics, and I thought journalistic ethics were fading away, so I decided not to be. Well, I mean, there were
military intelligence.
Well, there's that, yeah. So I gave up. I gave up on journalism, but at one point, yeah, I wanted to be a journalist. But
in the series that I referenced, what's glorious is that a new segment of journalism rises due to the zombie apocalypse, and it's the blogger who does not care. They just put online what they see, and it becomes legitimized because they're the only ones telling the truth.
And unfortunately, that makes up a large part of what the press is these days, because we get that. So
yeah,
we get people just throw opinion as fact. Those Jim, those. All right. Well, I think we're going to call it a wrap for this episode. I don't have an outro video, guys, because some technical blockages happened this weekend and not able to upload a video. So thanks for watching. Please leave us a like, subscribe, come back. And we're going to take off the next 2 weeks, but in about 3 weeks, we're going to be playing some Baldur's Gate 3 with Tom from Dragonmount, Jen, and myself. We're going to do that for a short while. And while we're doing that, Bill and Max are getting some movies ready to talk about on here for you guys. So we'll be coming back shortly. So enjoy your next couple of weeks, and don't forget to be awesome.
See ya.